God's name did you get these guns?
Abraham Lincoln gave them to me. We used to fight vampires together.
That sounds very unbelievable.
It's historic. It's true.
Yeah? Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. This is going to be a long review. Today is a little different. We're going to do a collab review. And if you've never seen this kid's face before, introduce yourself.
My name is Joe, creator of JustWatchItNow.com.
He's a stereotype. The Guido stereotype from Staten Island, New York. This movie's title pretty much explains the movie on its own. But if I have to go into detail, it's basically about Abraham Lincoln. When he was a kid, his mother was killed by a vampire, because they exist. So now he wants to get vengeance for his mother's death. And he's trained by Dominic Cooper, aka young Tony Stark from Captain America. And now he's killing vampires, while also doing some historical things that we all know from the history books from your high school textbooks. What did I just say?
What do you think will happen if, like, 1,000 years from now, all technology is wiped out, all books are destroyed, and the only thing left is this movie? And in a desperate attempt to try to re-educate the world, historians take this movie and they say, this must have been the real documentary of Abraham Lincoln.
That would actually be a more interesting movie than what we just saw.
That would be.
Going into this movie, I mean, I don't know how you felt, but I didn't expect much. I mean, it pretty much explains itself. It's supposed to be, it looks like a cheesy, fun movie that maybe, it's not going to be good, obviously, but you can have a fun time with. And it was completely serious. The director's like, I want to make this wonderful product, this Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. It's going to be beautiful movie. What do you think of the acting by everybody?
Wasn't bad, but it wasn't gonna win no awards.
I agree with you. Like the main guy, Benjamin Walker, who plays Abraham Lincoln, he was okay. But if you don't know, Steven Spielberg's making like a legit Abraham Lincoln movie that's coming out later in the year.
He's gonna be fighting vampires, or?
I hope not. The really, really beautiful Mary, her name escapes me. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Did you ever see Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah.
She was in that movie. She had blue hair.
Oh.
How was the action in this movie?
It was alright. I thought it was pretty cool in a way. Because I never seen a fighting movie with an axe before.
No, that was definitely interesting. I mean, the way, like the choreography and everything, the way he was moving the axe was really cool.
Yeah.
Remember that horse scene?
Yeah.
That was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. They're jumping across horses in a herd. Literally jumping across horses like something you'd see in a Super Mario game. Like, it was really out of control. I wasn't a fan of the slow motion, fast paced thing that they kept doing over and over again. Like, I liked it at first, but it got a little repetitive. Anything else you have to say about this movie, Joe?
I'm trying to think.
You haven't really said much. I mean, there isn't much to say.
I was kind of, it left me speechless. Just like, what have I sat through?
How do you pitch this movie, Joe?
Let's get a dartboard, and let's put names up. Abraham Lincoln, vampires, and a bunch of other shit. Just take the darts and just combine the two. And that's how you get this movie.
There wasn't a lot of potential for this movie to begin with. I mean, it could have been a really fun movie. It could have been a fun movie. I would watch it again if it was more fun. But it's really gritty and dark and serious. And
at first, I thought it was going to be like a horror movie.
First of all, vampires in this generation have been like pussified.
Yeah,
like
literally.
Because of Twilight and all that stupid crap that's been coming out lately. I mean, they were probably trying to take advantage of the whole vampire craze. And I think it's died down by now, but the vampires actually look pretty cool. That was another aspect I kind of liked. They were actually scary.
Team Jacob, Team Edward, Team Abe Lincoln. I'm gonna make those shirts.
The pacing was terrible. I think the movie started out pretty strong with the opening, and then after that, there's a couple scenes I really liked in this movie, but then it was just really off. Like, there was parts that it was really fast-paced, and other parts were just slow down.
I got bored at some parts, but there was a good amount of action in it to keep you entertained, you know?
Yeah. I wouldn't say to watch this in theaters, but wait till it comes out on DVD.
Or HBO.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's definitely not a terrible movie, but it's just, it's bad. Time to rate this and get this shit over with. Mr. Guido?
2.5 ape hats out of 5.
I'm gonna give it 2 out of 5 stars. I just can't propel it any further. Yeah, so I'm John from Mothman Jones Reviews. This has been a pretty cool collab video if you ask me. Hopefully we do more in the future.
With an actual good movie.
Hopefully, yeah, that would be nice. Where can we find you on this internet web?
My youtube.com/JustWatchItNowFilms.
Pretty funny.
Put an annotation here. Now
That's
leave
a
it there.
big
Now leave it
annotation.
there. Leave it there. Leave it there. Now make this appear.
Whoa. Mind blown. See you on the next review.
Don't do that again.